Another day, another twist in the crypto world. Bitcoin is down, but XRP is on the rise. Sure, it's only up a little, but hey, a win's a win. With Bitcoin dropping nearly 3%, XRP's modest 0.63% increase feels like a breath of fresh air. It even surged higher earlier today, and I'll show you exactly what that looked like in a moment. This pattern of XRP outshining its peers? It's becoming the norm, and I couldn't be happier about it. Month after month, XRP continues to flex its strength in the market. Tired of fake gurus who claim to be expert traders but never trade live? I trade live on the second largest crypto exchange, where everything is transparent and results can't be faked. For over 440 days, I've consistently closed every month in profit. In the last 90 days alone, my followers have seen over 70% profit with only 4% drawdown. Verified results, not empty claims. Want to see my verified stats? Click the first link in my profile and start copying my trades for free today. Like the underdog everyone's secretly rooting for. Today, I'm diving into insights from 9 top-notch XRP chart analysts. Spoiler alert, they're all convinced the best is still to come. Something big could be brewing sooner than we think. And while timing in crypto is always unpredictable, history has a funny way of repeating itself. What does that mean for XRP? A new all-time high, breaking barriers, and finally entering the price discovery phase we've all been waiting on for years. It's been a long road, but the destination is closer than ever. One quick note before we go further. I'm not a financial expert. This isn't financial advice, so don't go making any decisions based on my excitement alone. Always do your own research before diving into the crypto waters. As I sit here recording this on Thursday, March 13th, 2025, XRP is holding steady at $2.24. with a 24-hour high of $2.35. Earlier, as XRP climbed higher, Bitcoin was on a steady slide downward. If you've been in the crypto game for a few years, you'll know the running joke. When Bitcoin tumbles, the whole market follows, XRP included. But when the market bounces back, XRP tends to just shuffle sideways, or maybe edge up a tiny bit, never quite reclaiming what it lost. It's been a long-standing meme within the community, and honestly, it's not without merit. For years, XRP seemed to live in the sideways and down zone. Of course, there are reasons for that. The SEC lawsuit definitely cast a shadow, and historically, XRP's biggest surges have always been rare and sudden. That pattern hasn't changed much. History sure does love to rhyme. But now, things feel different. XRP is moving while the broader market drifts sideways or dips. And honestly, it's refreshing to see. A change in the rhythm, a break from the norm. Sure, XRP still moves with the rest of the market. That's no surprise. But let's talk about its consistent outperformance, even if it's not off the charts. Isn't that worth noting? That's not the XRP we've come to expect in recent years, right? Yet, here we are. The market's finally waking up. After years of artificial suppression, the tides are shifting. People are catching on. Take this post from Charlie Bolello, Chief Market Strategist at Creative Planning. He shared some insights with his 636,000 followers on X. While his focus is on the S&P 500, it's hard to ignore the parallels to crypto. That's why we're kicking off with it. Crypto and the stock market move together for a simple reason. They're both risk-on assets. When speculators are ready to take risks for potentially massive rewards, they dive into both markets. It's just a matter of how much risk they're willing to take. Of course, there are differences, volatility for one, but that's expected. And let's be honest, the crypto market is still in its infancy compared to stocks. It's a whole new frontier, and that's what makes it so exciting. Crypto markets are a whole different beast. With far less money in the game, trading 24/7, the wild swings are real. Extreme volatility is baked right in. It's a global roller coaster, no doubt about it. So here's what caught my eye. Someone shared a post about how the S&P 500 dropped 1.4% today. Pause for a second. That's a big deal in traditional finance. In crypto, we see that kind of movement in seconds, barely blink, and move on. We're numb to it. But in the S&P, a 1.4% drop is a rough day. For context, today marks the 10th daily 1% plus decline in 2025. Compare that to last year at this time, when there were only 3. But historically, since 1928, the average year sees 29 big down days. This is just part of the ride. It's the price of admission for being in the market. The takeaway? These swings aren't new. They're the norm. No one can predict the future, but here's the truth. Those who stay the course often come out on top. It's all about being in the game when the big moves happen. Timing? Impossible to nail, but having exposure, that's the key. Market ups and downs, whether in stocks or crypto, are nothing new. This kind of volatility, completely normal. Freaking out doesn't help though, it's hard not to, right? That's why I'm pausing to point this out. Patience is your greatest ally. If you're holding XRP right now, things are looking pretty solid. Check out this post from chart analyst Crypto Wizard. XRP is holding steady. It's just a matter of time. Even after the panic, it's sticking to a tight range, building up liquidity for the future. This is a good sign. Patience pays off. And he's absolutely right. The seasoned analysts, the ones who've been through these cycles, stay optimistic. Why? Because it's logical. It's about seeing the bigger picture and trusting the process. No one can promise you guaranteed outcomes, but let's talk probabilities. History has a way of repeating itself, and one thing we know for sure, the stock market keeps growing. The pie gets bigger, and the same goes for crypto. That asset class, its slice of the pie just keeps expanding. Right now, the crypto market cap sits at $2.6 trillion, but in the future, we're talking tens of trillions. Yet people are panicking. Fast forward a decade, and those same folks will wish they were you. They'll wish they knew about crypto, that they got in early. Meanwhile, some are losing hope right now, unable to see the bigger picture. Take a step back. This isn't a disaster. It's an opportunity. Crypto analyst Crypto Michael reminds us to stay vigilant, sharing an XRP/USD chart showing XRP holding its support line. Michael, by the way, was spot on about XRP's breakout last November. Nothing's changed. The market is moving, building toward that explosive alt-season blow-off top. When it hits, all this effort will pay off. Analyst Mikey Bull Crypto sums it up perfectly. Show me the chart, and I'll tell you the news. A big move is on the horizon as the cycle approaches its overbought level. Not oversold. Let's clear that up. What this means is that momentum is building, and we're heading for a peak. You can track this using the Relative Strength Index for a clearer picture. But remember, markets can stay in overbought territory for a while. The higher it climbs, the riskier it gets to hold on, because eventually, a reversal is inevitable. The key takeaway? We're not there yet. Price discovery hasn't even kicked in, and some are already sounding alarms for XRP. Definitely not me. All I see is strength. This market is far from over. History shows us that whales always take profits. They don't just hold Bitcoin forever. Bitcoin dominance will eventually drop, as it always does when money starts flowing into altcoins. So no, this isn't the end. Bitcoin Maxis might dream of a world where dominance lasts forever, but reality has other plans. Dominance will be crushed as altcoins shine, only to regain strength later. It's the same cycle, just with new players. Nothing has changed. Humans are going to keep doing what humans do. It's just in our nature. There's been no major shift to suggest otherwise, no game-changing event on the horizon. Without clear evidence, it's unlikely we'll see drastically different outcomes anytime soon. Speaking of outcomes, let's dive into an XRP update from chart analyst Dom, who spotted some impressive action this morning. Bulls managed to flip $2.20, showing solid relative strength, and are now pushing back toward the mid-range. What's exciting? XRP accomplished this without Bitcoin leading the way, a remarkable show of independence. Of course, for this momentum to hold, we'd need Bitcoin to either bounce back or at least stabilize, but that hasn't happened yet. Still, for XRP to stand out like this is a big deal. The market typically moves together, with individual coins varying in performance, but seeing XRP flex its strength like this, that's wild for long-term holders like me. It's not often you see XRP leading the charge like this, and honestly, it's pretty thrilling. Dom also dropped another update this morning comparing XRP to ETH. This one always grabs my attention because I'm convinced XRP isn't just going to outperform Bitcoin, but it's going to absolutely crush Ethereum this cycle too. Bold? Absolutely. But hey, when XRP shows strength like this, it's hard not to feel bullish. Here's the XRP/ETH pair we're looking at. And let me just make this full screen for a moment. XRP is on the verge of breaking through its last major resistance against Ethereum. Beyond this, it's uncharted territory. The next 24 hours could be a game changer. It's not just me noticing this. Several analysts are buzzing about it too. I'll dive deeper into that later in the video, but seriously, isn't this fascinating? Now, someone named Mark raised a great question for Dom. He asked, Dom, can you explain what resistance you're talking about? Are we close to the point where XRP's market cap matches or even surpasses Ethereum's? Is that the resistance? Just trying to connect the dots here. Dom responded, yes, check the first post in the thread. Historically, every time XRP fully broke through this level, it went completely parabolic. It's seen as a liquidity void, an area where strong resistance hasn't formed yet. That's why this moment is huge. Yesterday's video touched on this, and now it's all the buzz among analysts. The XRP/ETH pair is stealing the show, and for good reason. It's intriguing. When XRP makes its move, there's a reason it gets so much attention. Historically, every time XRP flips a key level, it goes parabolic. Let that sink in. When XRP breaks that critical level against Ethereum, it has consistently skyrocketed. Now, Imagine what that means for XRP when measured in USD. Take this analysis from XRP Crypto, for example. On the 3-day time frame, XRP is sandwiched between the EMA and the Fib 0.888 level. For a bullish breakout, we need that 3-day candle to close above $2.23, the Fib 0.888 level. Even better, closing above the EMA would be a major win. We've already tapped into equilibrium, but will XRP dive down to fill the fair value gap at $1.50? Hopefully not. Most analysts don't see that happening right now. But could it? Well, XRP seems to think it's still on the table. I'm just thinking out loud here because in recent weeks, some have toyed with the idea, though they've said it's extremely unlikely. Honestly, I haven't seen much chatter about it lately. That said, if the market takes an even bigger nosedive, who knows? Nothing's completely off the table, it's all about probabilities. I wouldn't call it impossible, but it doesn't seem to be on anyone's radar right now. So, at this point, it's probably not the most likely scenario. Either way, XRP isn't going anywhere. It's one of the early champions of the crypto world, and that much is crystal clear. Take this post from Crypto Tony as an example. XRP/USD update. Sideways and still looking good. I remain long. That's all he said, but it's worth mentioning. Tony, who now has 512,000 followers, has been in the game for years. His calm, no-drama approach says it all. Sideways, no big updates, still looking good. That's the mindset of seasoned players. They've seen it all before, and they don't flinch. Once you've been through the ups and downs, it's easier to stay grounded. And sure, I could throw a bunch of data at you, but that experience? That's what really makes you believe. I'm planning to dive deeper into this in an upcoming video. It's going to be some fascinating stuff that I think will help ease a lot of concerns. But as helpful as data and explanations can be, there's something about experiencing it firsthand that just hits differently. Living through it makes it feel real in a way no chart or analysis ever could. I can show you the hard facts. This happened, it's undeniable. But actually going through it yourself? That brings a whole new level of belief. Speaking of belief, here's a gem from Nick, aka Crypto Crusader. At this point, XRP will flip Ethereum without even pumping. That honestly made me laugh. Hopefully, he's not serious, because for that to happen, XRP would have to stay exactly the same against the dollar, while Ethereum tanks. Sure, XRP would spike against Ethereum, but that's not exactly the kind of win anyone's hoping for. If XRP really does flip Ethereum, let's hope it's because the market's surging and XRP is simply outshining everything else. That's the kind of scenario we want. But hey, Ethereum isn't out of the game yet. Like I've been saying for XRP in 2024, markets always find their bottoms eventually. And it's the same story here with Ethereum. Here's a take from Bobby A, chart analyst. In my view, XRP is set to leave both Bitcoin and Ethereum in the dust during its next major move upward. Dive into the higher time frame XRP dominance charts, as well as the XRP ETH and XRP BTC pairs. Then compare them to Bitcoin USD and ETH USD on a similar scale. Check out this update from Crypto Insight UK. XRP is flexing its muscles in the market, showing impressive strength. Let's break it down. Bitcoin dominance on the 3-day chart is at its highest level of this cycle, its largest share of the market since April 2021. That means altcoins, across the board, are at their weakest market share since 2021. And we all remember 2021, right? Yep, alt season happened. Now here's the twist. XRP is a major outlier. It's not just outperforming most altcoins, it's also beating Bitcoin in terms of dominance. XRP dominance is at its highest since 2020, which is no small feat. To me, this signals serious strength. When Bitcoin dominance eventually starts to dip, I expect XRP to light up the stage. Bottom line, I believe the best is yet to come. It's just a matter of time. But hey, just a reminder, I'm not a financial advisor. Don't base your trades on what I say. Seriously, that's a terrible idea.